What's that?
Any protests if I turn off the heater? Okay. Oh. That's cool.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Happy New Year. What's that? Struck me like a lightning bolt the other day. I thought to myself, I could do my own project 2025. I don't have the budget they have, or the staff, or the political power.
They'll get better ideas now.
Way better ideas. So much better. I have virtue on my side. It doesn't seem like it counts for much these days, quite honestly. But it has its own merit. It really does have its own merit. I'll give you a small example. According to Ayurveda, the complexity of the immune system is only partially about white blood cells and stuff. It's actually also about the clarity and the integrity of your pranic body, which most people in Western culture don't even acknowledge exists. And on an even more subtle level, it's about your behavior. Your good behavior is said to protect you from disease. It doesn't explain why good people get sick. That sometimes happens. And it is also said that even the Buddha himself did not fully understand the way karma works. I'll tell you one thing. That according to one system, the only system I know about that endeavors to explain karma, there's 5 types. And there's only one of those 5 types. It's called prarabdha karma. And it's the only one that is considered to be quote unquote destiny, unchangeable. And the metaphor used is that the 5 types of karma are like pieces of arrows that are assembled. One type is just that raw materials exist. One type is that raw materials are put together and arrows are made. One other type is that arrows are made and there is a bow. The other type is that there is a bow and arrows and it's drawn. And then the last type is it is released and it's traveling and it's going to hit. And that's called Prarabdha karma. So if there's only one of 5 types, that means you have so much freedom and so much choice in the matter. And it also means that you even have choice when Prarabdha karma lands, because you still have choice about how you're going to respond to things. So this is my wish for you and for everyone, that we do our own Project 2025s that are beautiful, that are empowering, that interrupt the story and the cycle and the sadness, frankly, of separation, of subjugation, of hatred, all of that. And I don't know if you've ever had this experience or witnessed this experience, but when you're in an interaction and everyone's being very selfish and very transactional and somebody interjects something enormously generous, like unexpectedly generous, people are like, what? Like I told the story 3 weeks ago or so about in South Africa during the Truth and Reconciliation trials, when the woman this cop had killed her husband and son, and they were like in trial, and she was like, okay, he's the guy, he's guilty. What should his punishment be? And she got up in the courtroom and she said, well, ever since I lost my husband and my son, I haven't had anyone visit me. And I think she said, I actually think she said, I don't have anywhere to place my love. Whoa. So his punishment should be that he has to come and visit me once a week. And he has to bring cookies. And everyone in the courtroom was like, what? Like, it totally didn't register because it disrupted the normative pattern of retribution and punishment. And all these people just rose up spontaneously and started singing Amazing Grace. True story, you guys. This is a true story. You can look it up. I'll give you the reference if you want. But like that kind of disturbing patterns is powerful. And sometimes you do it and you get hurt. I myself stood up against a rape of a front desk staff person by 2 36-year-old students. She was 19. It was in a local yoga studio right here. I was like, what the F? And I was one of the few. And I was the most vocal. And I got fired. And if I had the opportunity to do it again, I would do it again. Because that is not virtuous. To protect rapists in a healing space is not virtuous. But here I am. I get to be with you. It's 2025. And we got all kinds of good stuff going on. And the first one is to lay down and open our hearts, like so, very specifically. 2 blocks. I know it seems like we should use a bolster, and we will, but I got a slightly different plan. 1 block goes under your thoracic spine, and 1 block goes under your head. Okay, and don't bother wrapping your feet or anything for the moment, because we're only going to do about 5 breaths here. Soles of the feet together, knees out. Lift and tuck your tailbone. Lay your head down, and arms wide. Are you vulnerable when you lay like this? When you offer your heart, when you offer your belly? Yes, you are. Yes, you absolutely are. But if your dog can do it, you can do it. So stay there and offer yourself about 4 more breaths. Let them be a little bigger. I appreciate letting yourself feel good. Cultivate goodness, cultivate sweetness. Be willing to be the vulnerable one in order to disrupt a pattern. Okay, we will get back to this in a moment, but I want you to know that there is a lot of stuff, but very specifically, there's a membrane around your spine called the dura. And it's a tough little thing. And there's a whole bunch of other things, including just skin. I feel like this stretches the dura, but I'm sure it stretches a bunch of stuff, and I'm not entirely sure what I'm palpating when I move this way. But I go with the dura because it's cool to me. All right, and here's how it goes, everyone. Bring the feet onto the floor now, so your knees are up. Okay, and then move the block from under your head and weave your fingers behind the back of the head. And on your inhalation, open your little elbow wings there, let your head fall back, and that's, I already said it, sorry, inhale. And then when you exhale, curl up a little bit. So your chin goes towards your chest, your elbows go forward, and you lift your sacrum off the floor, tuck your tail, and you kind of roll in such a way that you move the block onto its beveled edge. Okay, so if you, hopefully you can see my body or you can feel it. Now, stay there just a second, okay? Really tuck your tailbone. Do you feel a very clear stretch between where the block is and where your sacrum is? Can you all feel that?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Yes.
What do you think, Ben? Is it the dura? It's got to be at least a little bit, no?
I think it's more the fascia.
You think it's more the fascia? Okay. Dane, you want to weigh in? Any other healthcare professionals here?
Yeah, I'm with fascia.
You're with fascia. Whatever it is, it's good. Okay, sacrum back down, head back, elbows open, armpits open, and then exhale, curl up. Tuck your tailbone. Okay, get the block to roll a little bit, even the skin for sure. All right, and then sacrum down, elbows open, chest opens, and exhale. Curl up, tuck your tailbone strongly, pull your chin down, and do that twice more. And exhale. Thank you. Okay, now come on back to that. Extend your legs and then reach your fingertips towards the back wall. And give yourself supported bridge pose, a different version of supported bridge, of course. And offer 2 breaths. Point your toes. Move your toe tips away from your fingertips. Your arms are extended and reaching. And then all together, friends, give it another big inhalation. And then exhale. Roll off the block and come onto your left side. Okay. And curl up there for just a moment. Just lay there for about, let's call it 3, 4, 5 breaths. And see if you can direct those breaths right into, if you have still a phantom sensation where the block was. And breathe into that. Okay. From here, everybody, come on up. Make your way into table pose. Okay. You could pad your knees if you wanted. Inhale and drop your belly down. Take your head back, look up, have your toes curled under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, let yourself be in relative stillness in down dog. Don't try to wiggle for the moment. Don't try to perfect the pose. Don't go for the fullest expression. Just feel. Just feel, just notice, move into an observer point of view, and somewhat dispassionate observational point of view. From here, return to table pose. This is all inhalation, and let it morph into cat. Keep your cow, that means belly down. And then again, exhale and down dog. Okay, again, 3-4 breaths in relative stillness. And that doesn't mean there isn't a ton of action happening internally. A ton of sensation, a ton of information registering, changing, shifting. Your inner ear, your organs, your blood flow, everything shifts. Okay, one more time. Back to table pose and let that turn into cow. Belly down, head back, eyeballs up. And once again, exhale. Downward facing. Okay, relative stillness. See if you can cultivate the sense that the skeleton, it's like very specifically your upper body, is leaning against your lower body. And the whole structure is pretty self-sustaining. I know it really isn't. I know you're using muscle power. But see if you can reduce this sense of efforting. And come into a sense of ease and observation. Very next inhalation, everybody. Left leg rises. Let your low belly turn towards the left and then kind of lazily float your left leg over towards the right. And when you reach this midpoint, this center of gravity beyond which you can't go, let your knee bend. And stretch the heck out of your left low belly. Quads. Hip flexors. Ooh, very nice. Inhale, extend your left leg back. And exhale, step your left foot forward. Okay, from runner's lunge, everybody, bring a block under your right hand. Let's go for low setting to begin with, but you'll figure out if you need to go up higher as we move. Inhale and take a simple lunge twist to the left. Reach, reach, reach. And then on your exhalation, turn your chest down and gently swing your left arm behind your left knee. And then repeat that. Inhale, open on up, and exhale. Okay, go twice more. You could close your eyes if you want, and in your own sweet way, kind of massage the spinal cord as you move. And then one more time, open. Super. Exhale, chest down. Okay, and we go 4 more times, but now we extend the left knee as you twist. So straighten your left leg, reach up. And exhale, turn your chest down, left arm behind left knee. And then inhale, open on up, revolve triangle, and exhale, chest down. Okay, same deal, go twice more. Inhale, push your right heel back, reach up, exhale. And one more time. Open up, and now hang out. Stay in the posture, but of course do not hold your breath. Decide if you want to take the block up a higher notch. And then from there, rotate your left wrist joint in slow motion. Keep pushing your right heel back. Keep pulling your outer left hip back. And let all the strong sensations just course through the body. Inhale, left fingers reach up. And exhale, swim overhead. Go ahead and bend your left knee so you can bring your hands to earth. Set the block aside. And then step on back right to downward facing dog. And then all together, everyone, draw in a great big inhalation through the nose. Open mouth exhalation. Do that again. Inhale, lift the back of your head a little, lift the back of your shoulders, and then exhale, melt your chest in. And do that one more time. Inhale, a little lift of your upper back towards the ceiling, and exhale, belly towards the thighs. Good. Lift your heels, tuck your chin, round your spine, and ripple forward in slow motion. Bring yourself to lazy up dog right here. Big old tummy stretch. Inhale together again. And then go for the little twist. Bend your elbows, left shoulder forward. Look back to your right foot. Inhale, center. And exhale, switch sides. Good. Inhale, center. And exhale. Downward facing. Okay, give it a couple breaths right here. Let me just see what went wrong here with my DJ setup. Absolutely nothing. The speaker doesn't like me. Inhale with your right leg up. Stack your hips. Float your right leg over to the left, and boom, the knee bends. Okay, and you just take it. Couple breaths. Inhale, extend your right leg. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Okay, well, we're going to practice without music tonight because I'd rather pay attention to you. All right, and here we are. Runner's lunge, a block under your left hand. Stay long in your spine. Inhale, big twist to the right. Exhale, chest down, right arm behind your right knee. Repeat that. Reach, 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 even as you're extending from the left heel to the crown of the head. So you are long in the core of the body, but then your arms and shoulder girdle are kind of turning around the central axis. Chest in. And one more time, open on up. Big, big, big. And exhale. Okay. We do it again, but now we straighten our right knee, keep the ball of the foot grounded, and exhale, come on back, and repeat. Just follow your breath, and exhale down. Inhale, open again, and exhale. And here's the last one. Okay, hang out there for a moment. Left heel back. Make some circles with your right wrist. Keep the hand open. Move, or I should say articulate the movement, especially of your thumb. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, swim overhead, bend the right knee. And then when you land on earth, step back to plank. Just feel that for a moment, everyone. Feel how strong your quadriceps are. They gotta lift up and extend your knee joint, right? And then move your crown forward, your heels backward. And then inhale together. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slither on forward and come to simple cobra. And then exhale as you take your forehead down towards the earth. Inhale, lift again, but now press into your hands and slightly pull your heart forward. And exhale, come on down. Do that exact same thing one more time. Medium-sized cobra. Head goes way back. See if you can feel your esophagus stretch. Exhale. And on this very last one, come on all the way up to upward facing dog or lazy up dog with your thighs down. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, from there, rotate your head around a little. Maybe move the jaw. Let your facial muscles open. Ooh. And then exhale. Downward dog. Now, this time I invite you to make some gentle movements here. The alternate knee, hip shift, whatever feels good. Movement through the neck. Spreading of the toes, etc. Again, come to a still point in the posture. Inhale, lift the back of your head, lift your upper back towards the ceiling, and then exhale through the mouth. Melt down. Okay, we're going to do that twice more. Inhale, but now kind of growl from your throat. And one more time, just like that. Inhale, a little pulse, a bit forward, a bit up, and super. Inhale, left leg rises again. And then exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend your left leg. And exhale, take your left knee towards your forehead, round your spine, and then back out of it. Lift real big, and exhale, bend your left knee. Inhale, extend your left leg. And exhale, step your left foot forward. Good. All right. From there, right foot, a touch out to the right, heel down. It's the warrior one stance. And then keep your arms forward and rise and keep going. Extend your left knee and lean back. Elbows come down. Oh my goodness. Did my sternum just crack a little? Yeah, it did. Okay. Fingers towards the floor. Reach forward. And do that a few more times, everyone. Feels so good to get all of that compression out of your chest. Just, the sitting, the slouching, the head forward, screen looking, the maybe the sadness. Get it all moving. Twice more. Forgot to say you could roll on your left heel if you want when you extend your knee. Okay, and then come back to warrior one. Straight up classic warrior one. Good. All right, from there, turn your torso just a touch to the right. Take your hands down, weave fingers together. Inhale, knuckles towards the earth, chest up, face up, and exhale. Fold. Let your shoulder girdle come just inside your left knee. And then only one time, rise up. Straighten your left leg as you go. Try to keep the upper back bend. And slide your left knee forward. And come on back down. Oh, goodness. Okay, strong in the legs, everyone. Soft in the face, long in the neck. 2 more breaths. Okay. Hands come down. All right. Again, put a block under your right hand. And then take your right foot back into runner's lunge. Okay. From here, reach your left arm forward. And then backstroke way back behind you. That's going to be an inhalation. And then when you exhale, swim your left arm overhead and straighten your left knee. And bow your torso down. Push your right heel back. Do that twice more. Bend your left knee, left arm forward.
And up and back behind you. Maybe you touch your right leg and then exhale. Swim overhead. See if you can really get some side stretches, some back bends. One more time. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale. Swim overhead. Okay, if you've got 2 blocks, you're welcome to put the 2 blocks under your hands and just stay there for about 3 more breaths in a wide-legged pyramid pose. Keep pushing your right heel back and down. Keep the right knee extended. Open those tissues on the back of the right knee. So good. Okay, glide back forward. Put your right knee down. You could use a blanket if you want. From there, put your left hand on your left knee. Rotate again to the left and go ahead and bend the right knee. Reach back, catch your foot, and then work it a little bit, okay? So head back, left elbow back, chest up, and your right quads are like, oh my goodness. She really means it. And yes, I do. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale here, friends. And exhale. Let it go. Let it go. Lift your right knee, set your stuff aside, and walk around to Prasarita. Walk around to Prasarita. Toes slightly in, everyone. Heels slightly out. We're going to go for the side stretch. Inhale and lengthen up a little bit. Walk your hands over to the left and get a bit grippy in your hands on the floor. Inhale here. And when you exhale, oh goodness, drop your chest down, your head down. And very slightly pull your right sitting bone back in space. Okay, I know it's an inversion. It's a hamstring stretch. But it's also a right side body stretch. Inhale, lift up just a little. Walk your hands other direction. So over to the right. Once again, I hope your palms are just a little bit sweaty so that you can kind of get really stuck on the floor here. Inhale. And then exhale. Oh, melt your heart down. Drop your head. Okay, when your left sitting bone draws back in space, that of course increases the stretch. I hope it's pretty obvious. And from the inside, you fluff up that lung, that rib cage with your breath. So good. Inhale, lift up partway. Walk your hands to center and then back so they're eventually under your shoulder joints. Bend both knees. Push your feet apart from each other isometrically and then rise slowly. Arms out. And eventually your knees straighten and you reach your hands up. And then you dial your left toes forward and you kind of cartwheel down to the floor. Step back and pass through the Vinyasa. Alternately, just lift your butt and go to down dog. It's perfectly fine. However you get there, it's fine. Okay? Feel the body warm, juicy, sweet, alive, so alive. The vibration is so clear. Right leg rises over. Okay, low belly turns right. Exhale, bend right knee. Inhale, extend the right leg back. And then exhale, knee towards the forehead. Round your spine. And then back you go again. Lift, lift, lift. Stack hips. Exhale, bend right knee. Inhale, extend the leg. And exhale, Step right foot forward. Okay, left foot a little out to the left, heel comes down. Keep your torso kind of close to your right thigh as you reach forward first. And then, strong right leg as you rise and you straighten the knee. Lean back, elbows down, and fingers towards the earth. And reach forward. Okay, that's the path. Keep on going. Again, you're invited to roll on your right heel when you straighten the right leg. It's totally up to you. Or twice more. And then boom, back to warrior one. Okay, shift your torso just a touch to the left. Take your hands down. Take a second and switch the interdigitation of your phalanges. Press your knuckles down. I heard someone else say that in a class one time and I was like, what? Exhale, forward fold. Okay, rise back up. And as you rise, you extend the right knee, lean back. And one more time, humble warrior. Good old humble warrior. Soft through the face. You may feel like your head is a lot like a water balloon at the end of a faucet. It's okay. Give it 3 more breaths. So good, so good. Hands down. Okay, a block under your left hand. Your back foot steps back a bit and comes into lunge. So you're on the ball of the foot. Here we go. Right arm reaches forward. And then you backstroke. Yeah, this is rotating your thoracic, your rib cage around your spine. Maybe touch the back leg. And then exhale, swim overhead and straighten your right leg and take a deep bow. Keep the ball of the foot grounded. Repeat. Bend right knee, reach forward, reach up, reach back. And then exhale and overhead. A giant semicircle with the right arm last time. And exhale. Okay. Hang out in wide-legged pyramid pose for about 3 breaths. Just come into relative stillness and be with the shape. Let it flower through the body. Wow. It never ceases to astonish me how strong all the sensations are. Come on back, everyone. Runner's lunge. Maybe pad your left knee. Bring your left knee to the earth. Okay. And then put your right hand on your right knee and lengthen your spine. Like kind of send your heart forward. And then turn to the right. And then bend your left knee. You could put your left hand on a block or on the floor. It doesn't matter. And once you've got hold of your foot, see if you can cultivate just a touch of a back bend by taking your head back. Sort of your right armpit chest up. And maybe there's even a bend in your right elbow. 2 more breaths. And then from there, let the whole thing go. Hand comes back to earth. Step back, downward facing. Okay, and in this case, I'll just have you ripple forward in a full body wave. And come on down into Cobra. Cobra. Okay. From Cobra, slide your hands back a little bit. Kind of close your lateral ribs. This is the neck stretch. I know many of you know it. Tuck your tailbone down towards your heels. Inhale. And when you exhale, move your left ear towards your left shoulder. That's a side bend of your neck. It is not a rotation. Then, isometrically push your right hand forward. So the action pulls your right shoulder blade down your back. And you keep your right elbow moving towards the spine. Do we have a neck stretch? Yes. Super. One more breath. And then head floats back to center. Okay, and then right ear moves over towards your right shoulder. And isometrically, you push your left hand forward. Okay, keep your left shoulder blade drawing down. Keep pulling your left elbow towards the spine. OMG. 2 more breaths. Oh, very nice, everyone. Inhale back to center. And then rise up to table pose. Okay, keep your right hand on the floor. Don't even bother starting with the counter pose. Just slide your left arm underneath your upper chest and rest on the outer left shoulder and your left temple. Butt is high, sitting bones are spread. And right armpit kind of falls towards the earth. In other words, you don't particularly overly rotate the upper spine, the thoracic spine. In fact, you drop the right armpit down, drop the chest down, and that gives you a stronger outer left shoulder stretch. It's okay to touch. From here, everyone, I invite you to think about what is happening in the left hemisphere of your brain. And very specifically about the blood flow, the enormous blood flow in the left hemisphere of your brain, which is right there close to the earth. And offer 3 more breaths into your left brain. Okay, your hardworking left brain, figuring out stuff, analyzing and rationalizing. Let it rest. Right hand slides just in front of your face. Okay. Come on out of that posture. Inhale, reach way up, and then exhale, swim overhead. Gently pull your left sitting bone back in space. So maybe you catch a little side body stretch, and then bring everything back to symmetrical table pose and immediately drop your tummy down. Lift your sitting bones, eyeballs look way up and way back. And then exhale, round your spine, eyeballs look down and in. Do that one more time, but now keep your eyelids closed, but move your eyeballs around behind them. Exhale, cat. Eyes look down. Right back to neutral. And right arm slides underneath. Okay, there's a heaviness and a groundedness to the upper body, the shoulder, the head. And then the weight of your pelvis leans back just a little. right hemisphere of the brain. This is like a deep, deep irrigation. Flushes out gunk, nourishes. This doesn't even refer to what's happening with all the endorphins in the body, the cerebral spinal fluid, etc. Offer 3 more breaths into your right brain. Your creative, intuitive, colorful brain. And then let your left hand come in front of your face. And press on out of that. Reach over to the right and up. And then exhale overhead, 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 overhead. Okay. One more time. You drop your tummy down. Keep your eyelids closed and move your eyeballs around. Exhale. Round. Eyes look down. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Neutral spine. Turn around. So you're gonna come to a seated position. Wait a minute, hold on, let me remember what I was gonna do. Got it. I was gonna do this first. Bring your bolster under your knees, but with your feet facing towards the back wall, because we're gonna go into Shavasana right after this. Okay. From this position, especially if you have a tendency to get cold feet, put a blanket over your feet. And then simply go into a forward fold and see if it's possible to get your belly on your thighs. And if it's not, don't force it. Okay. Where can your head rest? Well, it can go between your knees, or you can put a block between your legs and you can rest your head on the block. You could just let your head hang. Would anybody like a little pressure in the sacrum here? We're just going to hang out here for a good 30 seconds or so, maybe a little bit more. So, introvert, go on in. And I saw you, Dane. I'll get over there. Okay, let yourself feel the restfulness of the posture, the introversion of the posture. The kind of slight roly-poly feeling of it. Give it about 4 or 5 more breaths right there. See if you can send them down your back body. Maintain your beautiful, quiet mind. And then from this position, begin rolling up, one back bone at a time. Let your arms drag along, let your head drag along. And for those of you who I haven't gotten to everyone, but if you have a blanket set up along your back, which is almost everyone just on this side of the room, then roll as first. Roll back onto it. And see if you can't arrange yourself in such a way that your spine, I got you, Beth. This is just too complicated for the state of mind you want to be cultivating right now. Y'all can roll up something behind you if I haven't gotten there. Yes. And there you go. Rolling back. I got you, Mom. Now, this is Shavasana, everyone. So if you prefer your secondary blanket not on your feet, but in fact over your body or just on your belly, there you go. Then now's your chance to make that adjustment. Are we okay with adjustments over here? Yes. Be a little hands on. Oh. That's it, everyone. That's it. Now, as you feel, not exactly the same intensity when we started. This is a much more gentle heart opener, but nevertheless a heart opener. And therefore, I ask you to take a great big inflation through the upper chest, really inflate that, and then hold your breath at the top so there's some internal pressure building. And when I give the cue to release it, don't just push the breath out, but also let your arms get heavier. So give it another 3 and 2. Blow it out through your mouth. Arms drop down. And that's it. Feel your whole body vibrate with happiness. See you on the other side.
Let the breath reanimate the body. With long, slow, delicious inhalations and effortless exhalations. Let your head roll slowly from side to side. You feel your skull soften a little bit. Fingers and wrists begin to swirl. Same with the feet. And there arises a giant stretch, arms overhead. And exhale and roll onto your right side. And come right off the blanket, kind of wrap your legs around the bolster and just stay there for about 3 or 4 more breaths. And continue dwelling in sweetness. As you rise, I have a song to share for you. This is a song that the impoverished billionaires never sing to themselves. But you and I can. So we have access to this insight and this way of being. We hope and pray that you are not looped in the addiction of money and power seeking. I can't imagine you are. You probably wouldn't be here if that were. But this is a song I wrote myself. I have enough. I am enough. I don't need any more to be happy. I have enough. I am enough. I don't need any more to be free. There's a place in me that can feel empty until I stop and turn around, look deeply and find the ground. I have enough. I am enough right now. I wish you all the success on your project 2025 and beyond, 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 beyond. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, friends.
Life is better with yoga, everybody. I know you know.